Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Sean with Paycheck the Portfolio. This morning, I was going to go click by click through the E-Trade website just to show you how I look at things. Quick portfolio update this morning. A lot of good news going on in the market. AMD's earnings report was obviously good, which will probably make the market shoot up today, especially the Nasdaq and other tech holdings, essentially. Right now, my net account value is sitting at $207,000. If you're new to my YouTube channel, I live out of my brokerage account. All of my income goes into the brokerage account. I fully invest that money. And then what my dividends don't cover, I borrow from my equity to pay my bills. So my mortgage just came out this week. So if you saw my video on Saturday, I was sitting in the $215,000 range. I had my mortgage come out and multiple other bills come out. So I'm sitting at $207,000 currently. My total unrealized gain is sitting at 14% or $56,000. I have money that clears this morning that will add back to my available for withdrawal because all of my income came in on Friday, and it will settle this morning and it will add back to that, and I'll be around $11,000 or $12,000 once my funds clear this morning under the balances tab right there. So let's look at the historical values tab real quick and see how we're doing. Looking at the historical values tab, I'm going to click a couple of these tabs here just so you can watch it in real time. On the year-to-date number, I'm sitting at $39,000. So January of this year, the portfolio was $186,825. You can see in February that jumped up to 191, March 192, April 204, and then in May, we're sitting at basically 206 as of this morning. This was as of close yesterday. And again, I'm getting dividends. I'm getting other cash flow coming into the system. So what I want you to understand about the Paycheck the Portfolio system is it's dynamic. There's money coming in. There's money going out. There's bills being paid. There's investments being made that grow in equity. And then I get dividends as well, but let's talk about basically the 1 year. So over the last 1 year, I'm up $86,000 here while fully living out of the brokerage account. Over the last 2 years, you can see I'm up basically $117,000. And over the last 3 years, $165,000, just to give you an idea of how you can click around there. And then on the estimated income tab, you can see over the next 1 year, I'm estimated to bring in about $51,000 of dividends. Over the next 1 month, I'm projected to bring in $4,400 of dividends. As I mentioned pretty much in every video, dividends will ebb and flow with covered call funds, especially because a lot of those funds make money based off of volatility in the market. So some months this is going to be lower, some months this is going to be higher. I average anywhere between $3,500 a month and $5,500 a month, depending on what the market's doing. Let's look at the performance tab on the 2-year chart real quick, and then we'll jump into some other topics. So looking at the 2-year time-weighted return, and the reason I picked 2 years is because it gives you enough of a time frame to see how I've been performing against the indexes over the last 24 plus months. So you can get some actual good context there. But what time-weighted return does is it takes basically the pure growth of the portfolio minus any deposits and withdrawals. It really is just the equity growth with dividends added back into this percentage right here. Dividends are not added into the total unrealized gain, but they are added into the equity percentage here. So right now I'm sitting at 62% time weighted return. The S&P 500's at 40.5%. The Nasdaq's at 55. The Dow's at 26.5. And the Russell's at 37 over the last 2 years. All right, I want to talk about tangibly how you live out of your brokerage account. If you go up to the search bar in E-Trade and many of the other brokerages, in our membership Discord, we have people living out of Fidelity, Schwab, Interactive Brokers, E-Trade, multiple others. But with E-Trade, you can come up here to the search bar and you can type in a debit card. You can go to request a debit card right here. Then you can select your account. This is what my debit card actually looks like right there in the middle. It's the E-Trade debit card. So what E-Trade will do is they will send you this debit card and it's attached directly to your brokerage account. So yesterday I had to get gas. Swiped my E-Trade card, and it obviously pulled from the brokerage account, and it allowed me to pull money from my margin. So again, all of my money comes into the brokerage account. I fully invest those funds, and then I borrow from my equity to pay my bills by using this E-Trade debit card. With my mortgage, every E-Trade account has a routing number and account number. You can Google that. Every E-Trade account has the same routing number. What differentiates your account is the account number specific to you. But you can do auto drafts that way. That's how I pay my mortgage. Some people in my membership Discord, they pay all of their bills on a credit card, and then every billing cycle they pay it off with funds from the brokerage account. Either one of those work. I choose to not do that yet. It doesn't mean I'm against that or I don't want to do that. But when I see my account balance drop when I'm spending money, it controls my spending a little bit better. A lot of questions I get asked, well, is what's the security of this? This is a MasterCard, as you can see. It's got the same security levels as any other MasterCard does, and fraud insurance as well. So, typically credit cards do offer a little bit better protection just because it's somebody else's borrowed money, and they're going to be a lot more strict about that, and they're going to go after those funds. If it's your checking account and your checking account gets compromised in the old days, it can take a couple days to kind of take care of. On the brokerage side, it could possibly be that same way, but there's protection whether you're using a credit card or a debit card because they're both, in this case, MasterCard. Okay, I want to show you the balances tab under the starter account just because it's a little easier to understand step by step. So if you're living out of your brokerage account, doesn't matter whether it's Schwab, Fidelity, E-Trade, they're all going to have similar accounting structure to this. So when money comes in, it automatically gets applied to your margin balance. I see this question quite a bit, so I wanted to talk about it specifically. Sometimes folks can get confused by just thinking you're paying down debts because we're still kind of stuck in that consumer mindset. But I want to explain this to you in a way that I hope is easy for you to understand. When money comes in, it pays down your margin balance right here, which in turn increases your account equity, which is right here. And then I simply turn around and redeploy that equity into assets and live off of that equity. So we're not just moving money around for the sake of moving money around. Money comes in, pays down the margin balance, increases our equity, and then we turn around and reinvest that equity and live off of it. And we keep that life cycle going every time we get paid, right? So that's the paycheck to portfolio system in motion. Again, I'm going to go through this click by click. If there was a transfer, you would see it pop up down here. Okay. It would immediately go towards your margin balance, which in turn would increase your equity percentage right here. And then you're simply turning around and reinvesting that equity percentage. It's no longer a dollar in and a dollar out. It's a dollar in, margin down, equity up, and then we're living from that equity. But the cool thing is I'll show you the margin tab here. This is the starter account just so you can see it easily. Each fund has margin maintenance requirements. So think about this as loan to value ratio. If you had a $100,000 house, just for easy math, and it was paid off, and you went to the bank and you wanted to do a cash out refinance to go buy another investment, the bank will typically lend you 80 to 85% loan to value ratio. So in that example, bank's going to give you $80 to $85,000 of cash potentially that you could go and invest in something else. The brokerage does the same thing here with each holding. So this is Amazon, regular Amazon stock. You can see it's 30% margin maintenance. So if I invest $1,000 into Amazon, the brokerage is going to hold $300 of my equity. But the neat thing is $700 of my equity is still available. And you can see each holding has this. This is AMZ, which is a covered call fund ran by YieldMax on Amazon. You can see it's 50% margin maintenance. If you invest $1,000 in the AMZ, they're going to hold $500 of your equity, but the other $500 is still free for you. BTCI, a Bitcoin covered call fund ran by Neos. Pretty much anything Bitcoin related in E-Trade is going to be 100% margin maintenance. So again, if you invest $1,000, they're holding $1,000 of your equity in this case, just due to the volatility there. So they take all of the holdings in the starter account, and it's $2,559 that they're going to hold of the equity right now based off of the margin maintenance requirements. You can see the equity right now, the starter account's actually over $4,000, which is pretty cool to see for my 17-year-old daughter. So that's my equity. Therefore, my excess is $1,480 right now. You can see the available for withdrawals within a couple $100 of that figure. Again, these are dynamic accounts. There's bills coming in and going out. So what I want you to grasp is it's no longer a dollar in, dollar out, 1-to-1 ratio. It could be a dollar in and 30 cents locked up, which gives you 70 cents of equity each cycle, or 50 cents on the dollar each cycle. I think sometimes people think it's a dollar in, dollar out because we're so used to a bank system to where it's dollar for dollar, money gets consumed in and out. It's just kind of the way our brains are conditioned so long. So I'm going to say it again, hopefully a few times so it clicks. Money comes into the brokerage, pays down your margin balance, increases your equity. And then when you go reinvest that equity, it's not locking up necessarily dollar for dollar, depending on which holdings you're purchasing. If it's 30%, it's locking up 30% of that dollar. If it's 50%, it's locking up 50% of that dollar or that equity. Your money goes further in a brokerage account. That's what we call leverage. And you have to be wise with that leverage to keep your money working for you in the market versus being consumed on consumable items that go to zero. All right, let's look at some available resources this morning. Under the pinned comments of all of my videos, I have all of my resources here. You can set up white glove coaching with me, that shoulder to shoulder mentorship where we look at your specific situation and we go step by step through the Paycheck to Portfolio system together and customize that setup for you. You can book a 30-minute high-level strategy call with me if you want to know more about the system. You can join our private Discord and membership. That gets you access to all of our tools, our community, our Paycheck to Portfolio Training Academy that teaches you the system, and then our web application, which interfaces with your brokerage account in real time and shows you a total return, shows you cash flow, shows you balance sheet views on that if you're interested. And then you can download our free starter kit and simple calculator if you want to see how your own finances might be impacted. This is our membership Discord, lots of available information in the Discord, a very engaged community. Again, we have a training academy. We have live calls that are recorded. You can set up strategy calls with me here. My portfolio is updated pretty much every week, right here every Sunday. Again, just a whole bunch of channels with a whole bunch of resources if you're interested. Please like and subscribe. I hope you found this video useful, and we'll talk to you Saturday for our next video. Bye.